in Texas, because if we track these, they are on a trajectory.
Texarkana, heads up.
Yeah, heads up. It's quiet there right now, and you're not under a warning technically, but it won't be long, we think, before you are one. There's two areas of rotation right here. One near Hughes Springs. That is where an apparent tornado is. This is radar indicated. That would be pushing up towards Douglasville by 8 o'clock. And then Texarkana in about 45 minutes.
And which
So if you have any ideas of going out and about in Texarkana, now's a...
And that's pretty much what I can do for you. Huh. That is. This is a hand sanitizer. If any of you got this one, practically. See, this is where it is. You can't see. Low light. This is all. See, I use this, and usually this is my bag right there. You see, yeah, I think this is all that. This is all this is really isn't. I'm into it. All this contraption, all this mess. But hey, it's no biggie. Huh. Figured. My teeth. Huh. Yeah. Got some new characters. And this is the camp light. Red. Woo. Yeah. Huh. And these box, I use this for my cats, obviously. I use this. Obviously. And this is why it's for this. Yeah. 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 And now, be back with you people. I'll be back with you people. here is you people. Or
What highway is that? Can we zoom in a little bit more? Right over highway, I think we said that was 41. Okay, so State Route 41 in Arkansas, and then State Route 8 north of New Boston in Texas. That is where this is, just south of Foreman. So please take shelter immediately. Look at the debris signature here. What you're looking at is debris that was lifted up by this tornado as it passed south of Boston, getting through the west side of New Boston, and is now crossing into Arkansas. A little bit more rural area, not as many structures, so probably not seeing as much debris at the moment, but still very strong returns on velocity. And then we head to the storm south of here. Right now, nothing's been confirmed. However, Dr. Knapp just showed me the debris signature starting to pick up on this tornado right here. And notice where this is headed. If we draw a line out, we can extend it, and that brings then Texarkana into the mix within 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes. And right now, Texarkana, you're not even under a tornado warning. So you may not even be aware that there's a tornado headed your way.
But look at that signature with the debris now starting to be picked up in the same place where the rotation is. So, heads up in Texarkana. In 40 minutes, you could be dealing with a tornado. You don't want to be going somewhere right now on the roads, and you want to have a way to get your warnings. These have been long-lived, fast-moving supercells.
Yeah, they traveled lots of miles. So let's show you some new video. This is stunning to see. This is before dark. Look at the tornado here.
Wow, look at the debris.
Sulphur Springs, Texas. Look at that. I mean, look at the debris. And look at how violent this is. Now, this is the one that has produced some catastrophic damage, not just there in Sulphur Springs. This is the same warning we're still tracking now 2+ hours later after it pushed through Sulphur Springs.
And Chris, I want to highlight how much debris is up in the air. That's the kind of stuff that you see on the radar, in bulk. The radar picks up that debris, but also you don't see much of a condensation funnel. You see a lot of dust and dirt being picked up, but you do see little vortices rotating around the tornado. So there's a lot of detail going on in here, and even in the foreground, you can see the winds moving around. So the effects of the tornado are far more than just what you would think of the quintessential condensation funnel.
And this was when it first began. This was when it kind of originated. This got a lot larger. We saw some ground truth of that when it was approaching the Oklahoma state line north of Clarksville.
Look at how high up in the air that debris gets suspended for long periods of time. So you hear these stories about something damaged here being found way over here or maybe miles away. This is how that happens. And you get so much debris being picked up. And there aren't that many structures in the path at this particular time. You can imagine if this was hitting a neighborhood, how much damage this would cause and how much debris would be tossed into the air. And one place that we've seen a lot of damage is in the Sulphur Springs area, Hopkins County area, where our Charles Peak is.
Yeah, so we're going to talk to Charles really quickly. You can see the damage there. If we pull up the max, we actually wanted to track that tornado that we saw. And Charles, I know you're listening on the phone. We want to ask you some questions, but we want to show folks how far that tornado has traveled because it started there as a supercell south of I-30, and then we put this in play. That was about 4:50 in the afternoon, and then look at it now crossing into Oklahoma. There it is now, and Arkansas, and now there's the tornado warning for that cell. That's 3 hours later, now in Montgomery, Pike, and Polk counties in Arkansas.
And it's not the only one. We've had multiple supercells last more than 2 hours. So, Charles, give us an update on what you are seeing in terms of the damage and the impacts there.
Yeah, Dr. Knapp, I'm still at this one location. We just got the drone footage in, and just another home. I was just talking to a law enforcement official, said it was a pier and beam home that is about a quarter mile, if I understand right, from here, that was pretty well picked up and completely moved, and he said basically it was flat. It's in a very rural area.
damage that you have seen. We've got some brand new video, this time out of Emory, Texas, and look at this tornado. Violent, small twister with multiple vortices, and again, less of a condensation funnel and more of dust and debris.
A lot of debris going way up into the air. I guess this is kind of what happens when it doesn't hit so many structures, but hits a lot of trees and the ground. But you can imagine what this would do to structures.
And look at the cars right there, narrowly.
Look at those individual vortices wrapping
Look
around.
at that. Oh, wow. Violent afternoon. And severe weather coverage continues next on the Weather Channel.
Did you know Google makes a phone? Sure, it's beautiful, but it does things other phones can't do, which is how it takes stunning photos in the dark and helps take annoying items out of pictures or unblurs faces. Introducing our newest Google Pixel phones. There's still one.
And I'm back.
Emotions ring free.
Yeah.
A place where the ultimate luxury is the luxury of just being
See
yourself.
me doing something
Designed to put you and your passengers in
here.
focus. There's luxury you can feel, and there's luxury that lets you feel infinitely.
Flashing lights. They really get your attention. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame.
Attention! This may be your last chance to get Lizard Flare before they're gone. Details coming up.
Blizzard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car so you can warn people without exiting the vehicle. And they have 360 degrees of visibility. Rain, snow, even fog. Blizzard Flare won't let you down. Look, flares
Yeah.
are dangerous, but Lizard Flare stays cool to the touch and can last a lifetime without burning out. They're built tough with shatterproof ABS lenses and rubber bumpers that take a beating. That's a 30-ton fire truck, a dead battery, and empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an
Yeah.
ultra-bright flashlight too, and this handy hook to hang it up for a jump start or stand it up to fix a flat. Perfect for your truck or RV. Listen, roadside accidents are the leading cause of death for people under 55 in the United States. Make sure everyone in your family has Lizard Flare.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99 only through this special offer. But wait, there's breaking news. Lizard Flare may be discontinued due to rising costs and supply chain shortages. Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order while supplies last. But once the current inventory is gone, it's gone forever. Order now. This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-824-1258. That's 1-800-824-1258. Or visit lizardflare.com.
This is
Call
why.
1-800-824-1258.
Now, I think this is practical.
To our ongoing coverage of a very dangerous night across the Mid-South and parts of the plains as well. We have already seen significant tornadoes and very serious damage. I'm Storm Specialist Carl Parker alongside Chris Warren. We're going to have more on what's going on with the damage in just a moment, but let's get right into the warnings now and show you where the worst of this
You
weather
should
is.
set
You see
this
this
over
line
here.
of storms. Many tornado warnings indicated by those red boxes. Now from East Texas up through western parts of Arkansas. Let's get right into these warnings from south to north here. First of all, in Texas, Cherokee, Natchitoches, and Rusk counties under warning. Also to the north of that, Cherokee and Rush also under warning. And then another one extending up into Cherokee and Rusk here going until 8:15. So there are 2 distinct circulations in this case. One right there and one right there. These are moving northeast at about 45 miles per hour, 40 miles per hour. So heads up in Atoy and Reclaw, as well as Laneville, and then that other area is going to be northwest of Laneville, that moving towards McKnight, Henderson, and coming into New Prospect as well. Possible tornado coming your way. warnings. Observe the tornado here. And this, by the way, is southwest of Texarkana. Not getting a real clear picture in the velocity data, but basically we're watching that area right there. And that is now probably about 40 minutes away from Texarkana. So heads up there. That is generally coming your way, moving towards Douglasville or immediately coming into
And
Morrisville, and then also moving into
will you be
Redwater.
watching?
Then farther north, another couple of tornado warnings here. One of those for Howard and Little River
Already
and Sevier counties. So we're now getting up into parts of southwestern Arkansas and looking at the velocity data. In this case, very strong signature.
98.
Now west of 59, and that again moving rapidly to the northeast. So that's going to be coming towards Locksburg, but Aileen more immediately about
98.
8:02 right now, and then Locksburg around 8:21 or so. Then up into northwest Arkansas, a couple of tornado warnings here. Howard County the warning, and then another warning off to the north of that. That warning in effect for Montgomery and Polk and Scott counties. Observed tornado here. We're looking at a large but strong circulation that is south of Utah, and that also going off to the northeast right now, coming into Shady right now.
Will you be watching
at 8:10,
this?
Yukon,
Yeah.
at 8:15, Huddleston beyond that. Then up into northern Arkansas, Johnson and Logan counties under warning. Observed tornado here, looking at a circulation sitting now northwest of Spadra and moving towards the northeast. That coming towards Edna and Ferris Springs. And then one more tornado warning here for Carroll County. Also a small warning in Boone County as well. And looking at the velocity data, in this case, we've got here an area of circulation that is coming towards Branson right now. Not showing up real well, but we're a pretty good long ways from the radar. So that is generally
They would
going
just
to be
show.
moving up in towards that 65
Really?
corridor in the next few minutes here. So heads up for a possible tornado there. Now let's take a look at some of the tornado reports that we have seen already. It has been a really active afternoon here. House destroyed there, southeastern parts of Oklahoma, Detroit. Trees snap and half power, pulled down significant damage in Dangerfield. I mean, we've gotten incredible video, which we'll show you here in just a moment. And all of this courtesy of a really vigorous upper-level storm that is now moving across parts of the southern plains. We've got plenty of instability by that yellow and orange and red shading feeding up and into the system. And importantly here, really strong wind shear also, where winds are coming out of the south, southeast, and even southeast at the surface, and then coming out of the south and southwest at about 5,000 feet up and very rapidly. Those are winds in blue of about 40 miles per hour. We're going to see that shift over the next several hours, and so that corridor, that area of greatest low-level wind shear is going to move across parts of Arkansas and across northern Louisiana as well. And that is why there are tornado watches in effect in those areas. Many of these watches going until midnight tonight, but that threat may continue for quite some time, so it may extend well into the overnight hours as well. So a lot going on here. We're going to be with you through the night.
Wish I could edge it closer.
Want to bring in meteorologist Chris Warren right now, and Chris, we've seen some incredible video of some of these tornadoes already today.
Hey, Carl, we're going to get to that video here in just a moment, but want to get you caught up to where Carl just left off, the threat going through tonight. Carl's just showing us the tornado watches where conditions are still favorable for the development of tornadoes, but also a bigger area where more dangerous weather is possible. Damaging winds, hail still on the table here, still a possibility. And this is going through the overnight hours. So we see scenes like this, damage that has already been done, and now going into the overnight hours when people are likely trying to get to sleep, and unfortunately you gotta pay attention, have a way to be woken up in case these storms turn severe, because in many areas, and likely what Carl and I are with you here, it is not just likely over a huge area, but it is very likely there's going to be some more very dangerous weather across parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana. But the threat for severe weather extends even up into southern Missouri to Mississippi, a lot of Louisiana, even parts of Tennessee, including Memphis. This is the Torcon. So even though you have a 2 on here, it's not a 7. But it is still a tornado threat. The bigger the number, the bigger the threat. You get above 5, you're really getting max threat zone here. It's very rare for us to have 8, 9, or 10. So a 7 is very high. And already what we've seen today with the damage, with the tornadoes, you got to take this very seriously. Sometimes it just takes a while for the atmosphere to wind down. It's still chugging along pretty strong here, unfortunately. Here's the forecast by midnight. Central time here, the storm should be through Shreveport and Bossier City, but here in central Louisiana, Alexandria, some storms rumbling through you, and some of the storms out ahead of the main line could be rotating, could be packing a big punch, could have a tornado, and then beyond that, another punch here. So a 1-2 punch for many areas across the south here, across Louisiana. And notice even at 3 o'clock in the morning, overnight tonight, as this whole line of storms is moving across the Mississippi here, there is still signs that this is going to be very strong.
Sorry about that. This other side angle, you can see it's very limited.
There could be some rotation, could be some
Very limited.
tornadoes still. Here's a look at Little Rock, a quick look at some of the storms and the timing again. Likely before midnight, some of the stronger storms are going to come through. Showing you the forecast right now. And I want to show you some video as well, because if you think about the forecast, what could be coming your way, the possibility still of tornadoes. Sulphur Springs, Texas, from a little bit earlier. You can see while it was light out here, tornado in progress. You see the debris field, how wide the debris, how far away from the actual tornado that debris is being kicked up and thrown around. And if this was at night, you might not even know it was there. I mean, it doesn't even sound that loud here, as close as this camera does appear to that tornado right there. And then after that tornado is this. You can see barely make out the taillights of a truck and a car here next to what appears to be a residence. Tree down, debris up in the trees as well. So as we look at this, Carl, we see that tornadoes have been happening, a history of tornadoes today. And unfortunately, also a history of damage. Does anything stand out to you, or anything that comes to mind as you're looking at this video today and looking at some of the damage afterward?
Well, I think this is probably one of the worst severe days that we've seen in a very, very long time. It's going to be a long night. There's a lot of wind in the atmosphere in general. You look at the tornado there, and you see that rapid motion. Look at that debris being tossed around there. Just a violent tornado coming through Sulphur Springs. And we did hear about significant damage as a result of that. So it is going to be most likely a long night here in parts of Texas and Louisiana, as well as into Arkansas. Let's once again go through some of these warnings and show you where some of the worst of it is now. First of all, we'll show you some live pictures from Charles Peak. This is Sulphur Springs, and you see some of the damage there. Not at all surprising, given the ferocity of the tornado that we were just looking at moments ago. That was the tornado that caused this damage. So we've got an ongoing threat here and multiple tornado warnings. Let's get right into some of these warnings for you now. First of all, into East Texas, looking at a tornado warning for Cherokee and Natchitoches and also Rusk counties. That is going until 8:15 here. There are actually two separate circulations. There's one right there that is now southwest of Laneville, and that is moving towards Laneville. I'm going to go back a couple of frames here. Looks like that's pretty solidly to the northeast. So that's going to be coming up in that area. Moving into Anadarko just a few minutes from now. Laneville at about 8:19.